Good evening and welcome back. So, I have a few ideas of what I can do here. Let's first close all this stuff here that we don't need. Don't need that, don't need that. Because I want to work on my inventory system a bit and add a few things to the item actor. And as a result of adding those in here, I can change this here, the whole thing. So this sort of thing here, use item in inventory, I want to change to last selected item and then use special action. And this would remove all this here, and I could move this into each item category and do special stuff there. So let's start with that. So in here, this didn't work, let's kill that. Let's add an event. Use special. No, it's, what do we call that? It's called inventory action. Do inventory action. And from here I would then add that, and I wanted to add another thing. I want to add a variable here. Let's call this inventory action name, and this would be text. And yeah, let's add another one here. Let's wait for this to compile. Or crash, not sure. Not quite sure where this is hanging at the moment. Shouldn't. Oh, no, it's doing that, okay. default name would be use. Now let's have a look here. What's the default name? Okay, for keys we don't have the button use, but yeah, I'm doing this for them. And yeah, I think each of them would have a different name. So let's do the use as our default, but also add something else here. Would be the alt inventory name, action name. And that's for items that we can use twice, or kind of equip an item, unequip an item, put on some clothing, take off some clothing, stuff like that. And there might be additional ones. So let's compile this. And then we should be able to simplify this a lot. So here we don't need the ID and all that stuff. We don't need. What we need is we need the reference to that item. We do have the inventory item. Oh, I just noticed something. Okay, this is all data driven here and not actor driven, so we don't have the data from that actor anymore. So it's stupid to put it in there. Even though this, damn it. Yeah, it's not the item actor, because the item actor will be deleted. Just realized that I can't put them in here. And this is also not possible here. Okay. Let's compile that again. But there has to be another way to do this. Because I want to take it out of the inventory. I want the inventory only as a view. And remembering stuff that I used years and years ago. There was a framework, or not a framework. What's the right name for it? Model view controller. Coding. Standard. Not standard. Coding pattern. That's it. That's the word. Coding pattern. Where you have a view of your data that only deals with displaying the data. And then you have the data in the background somewhere. And then you have a manager. That's the controller. That takes the data and gives this to the view, basically. And every change on the data is only done by the controller. So I want to implement something like that in here, because at the moment it's completely mixed. I mean, most of it is setting the view, but this is not. The onClicked, this one is not correct. So need to find a better way to. I think I put this in the component. The component should be the good thing to do that. Yeah, let's do this. Let's put it in the component. And the component has yeah, here we do the action. Do inventory action. And this one needs input item data. Hello. Wait, do we need the item data, or do we need the... Yeah, I think we need the item data here. Inventory item array. Oh no, those are inventory items. So let's set those as inventory item. At the moment, I'm trying to optimize this part here. Yeah, the thing is, I'm doing calculations in the inventory, and the inventories should only be there to view the data, to show the data, basically. It's only a view. It's a widget that's only showing data. And I want to change it so that it is only showing data and not doing stuff like this, equipping and basically this this thing here shouldn't happen. This one shouldn't happen. The bottom views should call the component, and then we do have the component here, and get that, and this should call do inventory action with our last selected item. And all this here should happen in the component. I mean, parts of it already works like that. So the drop item is in the component. Drop item is happening here. Yeah. There's not much happening in here, so it kind of makes sense to put this in here. So let's see. On the do inventory action, we need to break the data. And break this. And then do a switch here. I thought I could make it even easier and put all this in the actor. The problem is the item actor is destroyed as soon as we pick up the item, and only the data is sent into the inventory system. So I couldn't add anything in here. So I need to use this kind of as a controller and do all these actions here. Oh, can I not create a function like that? Oh. It would have been awesome if I could just copy them over. So let's create those here. called that? Yeah, equip weapon. And this is equipped. Oh, the equipped status. Yeah, I need to look into that. But the rest we can copy over. But it shouldn't matter much. Okay, what is this doing? Oh, yeah, this needs to be moved over as well. Yeah, because this is changing data. So let's create that. We also need to have the last selected item in here because we need to set this in here. Here's equip gets down there. We don't need to do this call because this is inside here. Equip item should be nope. Okay, where do I have this? Equip item. I think I haven't created that yet. So the use item, yeah, equip item and use item I haven't done yet. So but I just saw that I have those in there already. So we can change this here to use item. Sorry, but I needed to do that. I hate mosquitoes. So equip item. Taking this. Setting the condition. Is armed. And we are calling this one. And yeah, the equip item needs to be part of this. So let's go here. Add event. Equip item. And this is the use item event. Even though this should have an item reference. Yeah, no, it's the same, so we can delete this. And in here, we should be able to call this need to have a target. Not sure, let's try and see what we get here. Yeah, okay. So now that works. And then we have the equip weapon here. Just call that function directly in here. Okay, what we need here is this last selected actor. this is an inventory item. What's that item array here? Oh, the item array there. Okay, so it was setting the item array, which is not needed because we can just refresh that completely. Oh, but we should refresh that completely. So after we change anything, we want to refresh everything. Okay, so this we can remove because it's not needed here. And then return all of that. Okay, this didn't return anything, so good. And an equip weapon, we are calling that. Why am I flipping that? Oh yeah, because this makes it easier. So let's do this. Even though, okay, if it is already equipped and we are doing that, then we are unequipping it. So, okay, that makes sense. So this is happening here. And the item ref, oops, it's that one. And I think we're using this is equipped there. Because that's the one we have in our inventory. That's the kind of, not really more important one, but both of them are usually set at the same time, so it shouldn't be a problem. But we are not doing anything here. Equip item. I think this is... Yeah, this would be the part that I have in the first-person character at the moment. Which is also a good thing to move that out of there. It is... yeah, it's this here, equip item. Yeah, and here I need to set the appropriate slot for that. Which means I might need to change a few things here. But this stuff is supposed to be in here. So that was the equip. Oh, let's move this over. Need this. That. Compile. Did we change anything here? Yeah, I removed stuff and added stuff and so on. Okay, while it's doing that, I need to close the window and put on a pullover. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. And this is done. So we can close that. We don't need this. And yeah, I want to do something with those once we have this component fixed up. So oops. Okay, here we need a bit more data. So read book and on the book we need the ID. Let's refresh that one. Can we add the ID? No, damn it. ID and name. It's a text. think handle clothing might be similar to this one. Use consumable. I think it still needs the ID. Because with the ID we can handle then different potions, different consumables and stuff like that. Let's copy that one over. Remove something there. Oh yeah. Wait. Ah, damn it. Yeah, the problem is this only works with widgets. Because the parent class is widget. Can we change the parent class without this breaking apart? Yeah, no, I don't think this works like that. So I need to do this one inside of the book overlay. Yep, let's do that. So as soon as this is created, set page text. Oh, that's the first thing we do. Yeah, let's add this in here. Then we shouldn't get problems with that. Okay, I'm doing this here anyway. Strange. So I don't need that part. But I remember there was some issue, so let's keep it there. I think it should be okay. So we don't need to set this here. This part is okay now. And store return. The game instance. Do I use this? Okay, that's the game mode. Okay, so we don't use it somewhere else, so doesn't really matter if we. It wouldn't help much if we just put this into a variable here. Because at the moment I'm not sure if we need it somewhere else. So let's do the handle artifact. Compile that. Let's delete that one. And the artifact needs to have an ID. And from that ID we do this. Okay. No, this is not. Yeah, this is not so good. I need to do something else here. Because I can't close the inventory from here. I mean, I could. So if I haven't. Yeah, this doesn't have a reference to the inventory view, basically. So we need that one. Then we can close stuff from in here. But here we still need the ID. Sorry about that. Hello. How are you? So, equip weapon we've done. This is not implemented yet. Yeah, nothing is happening there. Handle clothing doesn't work, but this one we already did, and this is the next one we need to do. No, there are a few things that change here. This was handle artifact. And yeah, we need an inventory reference here. So look at that. Oh, nice. Ooh, night and nice. The not sure if it's sand or what it is. Looks a bit too shiny, I think. I mean, it's close to the water, so it makes sense that it's slightly shiny, but I think it's too shiny up here. So the roughness value could be tweaked a bit. Yeah, but is it completely wet mud up to here? It feels a bit strange. Because the water is here and yeah. Not sure. It looks a bit strange, but yeah, it's the same here. I would have it slightly fade out to here, so um, maybe figure out something to change the roughness, kind of in a gradient. Even though I don't know how you would do that. Something I want to have for my stuff as well, but I haven't figured it out yet. Because it would look a lot better than just be wet. But looks good. What did you use? Are those do you create them the plants and stuff on your own, or is it a pack you bought somewhere? Okay, then it would work. You're right. Oh, that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw that, and then I saw the price, and then I said, "Nice one. Looks good from afar." So, yeah, that's a bit too expensive for me, I think. Because I noticed the flowers here and the red ones there. I saw them somewhere. And yeah, if it's that automated ecosystem thingy, then yeah, that's really nice, but a bit on the expensive side. So yeah, we need the inventory reference here. This is just inventory. And this would be target here. And on the let's see, event graph. Event construct. here we set the okay. So when this is opened, we get the reference, and then in here we can do this. We can open the, set this one to show and remove the other one. Hope this works. We can try it in a moment. I think I don't need anything more from here, so I can delete all those. Yay! What did I call here? Inventory close macro. Okay. I do not count, so can we call that here? Nope. So we can't call macros in other classes. But do we call this here? Yep. Remove from parent. Set this. Yeah, now I want to set let's add an event here. No. No, we don't need to do that. I think we need to close this, but we can do the item drop count. Yeah, let's do this here in update data. Set the item drop count to 0. Still working on that? Wow. I need to compile this. Then okay. So as soon as I mean, if I want to switch to better looking terrain and buy the pro version of World Machine, then I might have a different issue. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the world for this game I created with a plugin called Gaia in Unity, and I was combining different height maps together, kind of like stamping height maps together, which you can also do in Unreal without paying for a plugin. But I didn't know that at that time, so the most of the mountains here um, were individual height maps that I combined. The river is a height map. Um, the mountains here that I combined them, put them together. But there are a few things here that I want to rework. on this terrain, but so far I haven't bought the pro version of World Machine to get the proper export. Because the one I created an export and created a mesh from that. It looks kind of funny. This is the mesh export. If I throw material on this, but I mean it has a lot of triangles, and as a mesh in world it's not usable. That's why this takes so long and might crash, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing the same I did in Unity and use stamps and stamp out new areas that I might need. And since I bought the Unity plugin, I should have access to all the height maps that were part of that. So not quite sure, but I think I can use them in here as well. Unless I'm selling them, it shouldn't be a problem. But one of the issues I have is that I'm not quite sure if my terrain resolution is high enough for a few things that I wanted to have in there. And a real problem that I'm still fighting with are caves. I hate caves. Because the thing is, it's either the entrance is looking horrible on the transition between the cave mesh and the terrain, or the entrance is not necessarily. Um, I have short cave entrances and stuff like that that I can show you in here. They kind of work, but at the same time, there's an issue with the area around us. Yep, caves. Gotta love them. Gotta hate them. Um, I hope this didn't crash. Please didn't crash. Hmm. Not sure what it is doing, but it seems to be doing something in the background. Yes, you can do that. But no for only for BSP brushes. Um, Problem with those is that you would need to convert them to static meshes later. But caves, creating caves out of BSP brushes? Nah, not sure. I mean, the caves I have in here, I created with a plugin in Unity. Like most of my geometries stuff for the terrain. Oh, wow, it switched. Um, and that plugin gave me the option to create cutouts in the terrain like Unreal does, but I could also select an area on the terrain and export this as a mesh. And that option is missing in Unreal, sadly. Or I haven't found it yet. To select an area and then export that out as a mesh, so I can cut a cave in a modeling program and then throw it back into the engine. I could just select any part of the terrain and convert that or export that as a mesh. And you can make holes in any directions you want, any orientation. No limits there. Okay, the terrain mini doesn't want to work properly. I mean, I can show you what I have here for my caves. So, for instance, this one here. If I hide that, then we have cut out vertically. And if I fly over to the brewery, and if I hide the brewery, we have a cutout on the ground. So, doesn't really matter. But the thing is, it looks better on a flat surface than on a wall like this. And you have more control over it a bit because of the resolution stretching here. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I created those meshes here. And the start here was the cutout that I got from the Unity plugin. And then I created this cave here. Problem is that the material on the ground doesn't match up, and I think the next caves I want to try to only create the walls and the ceiling and use the terrain inside here as a ground. So that I can have roads going into caves, paint those in, have grass growing and stuff like that. I mean, those are those foliage? Yeah, those are foliage. You can paint foliage on meshes, that works. But as you can see, the transition here is horrible. and getting the same resolution on terrain and mesh is real pain. So I try to avoid that. But for my... I removed it again. I was playing with the idea to have stacked terrains in the world. So terrain for the mountains and stuff like that, and then a terrain for cave systems also. But I'm not quite sure if that would kill my performance even more. Yeah, but if I had the option to just select parts of the terrain and then kind of create a mesh out of that, that would be awesome. Yeah, I know. Still working on that performance part for my game. Or thinking about it, but not really working on it. That's the bigger problem. So, I need to... No, I'm not sure. I don't drink wine. I don't drink beer as well. Um, that's why it's a bit strange that I'm creating a game about beer and in a world where there's a wine lake. But I thought it was fitting for some reason. So this I need to change. um, it is based on a role-playing session, and part of that role-playing session was um, getting to the brewery and freeing the brewery from some goblins that were running it and running it into the ground. Um, and the adventurers were hired by a dwarf descendant of the original owner of the brewery, and they should bring him back his prized artifact, a beer mug that enhances any liquid that was poured into it. And my idea to change that was to have a recipe created by one of the characters that basically does the same as this artifact. And so the special magic kind of beer. And that's what the company that hired you is tasking you to get for them, so that they can make a lot of money with that. Okay, so this... Let's see. So... yeah, I think I need to add it to this one. This would be the use action name. And it would be a text. Another variable. It's the alt use action. Name. Let's save those. And I also need to change the list data, because I need those two texts in there as well. And this way I can set for each item what the action is that you can perform in the inventory. Let's see if I killed anything with that. Nope. Awesome. So for instance, for the ale barrel, we can taste the ale. And for the weapon, we can equip that. Unequip. Lockpicks, we don't need to do anything. And here we can say flip. Read. Yeah, this is use. Learn. Maybe. Yeah, okay, for those I don't need anything special, but we can open the look at we don't need to do anything for this. Brewing tools. Brew. Yeah. Nothing for those. And this book is again read. So when we get the data, let's see. The instance here. I need to connect those. Wait, the item list data doesn't have the is quest item, which means I can't set this in here. That's strange. But the quest item thing is still a bit of... Not quite sure if I want to keep that in, because at the moment I don't think I have a quest item system, if you could call it that. Something that looks for quest items. I might just remove this at some point, so... And the is equipped. Okay, the is equipped is something that we don't need to set at all. I'm not... Yeah, I need to see which one I use. Because I have the inventory item that holds the data, an amount, and is equipped. And I don't think the data itself needs to use that is equipped as well. Yep. And this is happening again. Refresh. Refresh. Compile. Yeah, I had that issue earlier at some point. Yeah, I know. I know. Which equipped do we have here? This is that one. Okay. And category from here. So let's get the inventory item in here. Make this easier. Item. And remove those. Oh, we need this here. resave that. Compile this. Yeah, no. Okay, this one is broken. Inventory item. Let's compile this. Refresh. Okay. So okay. Now we can work with that. Wait. Okay, this is break the item data and get the category. That's the point. That's the whole point of the thing. It should never happen, but if it happens, you don't miss it. I think this is red. Let's see. Yeah, it's red and yeah, okay, duration, yeah. But text color is red. And yeah, this is only there if something completely strange happens and no world mesh is defined. And that would mean that my data is broken in more than one place. Yeah. So I don't need this anymore. Only thing I need to do is this. This is the alt text. And this is the use action. Let's just click that and see what else breaks. Ah, okay. Everything. Awesome. So we should autosave. So this failed to compile. Wait, they just failed to compile, but I don't get errors? Okay, village II. Compile. Okay. Inventory, item ref. Compile. Refresh. Okay. That's really awesome that you can refresh the notes. I'm not sure when they added that, but it helps a lot. Or maybe I just didn't know about it and was always there, but It's an awesome feature. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so nope. Ah, did I add that? No. Interesting. Let's refresh that. Compile. And means we don't need to do this in here. Even though this is... Yeah, no. This is stupid because this will be destroyed. The actor will be destroyed. So this will never be called. So it doesn't change the fact there. So this is still needed. As a matter of fact, we can remove that here. Then we have switch actors, pressure plate. Oh, the pressure plate did compile. fill pot marker. I'm not sure if I'm still using that. No, I'm not using this at all. Yeah, I think I can remove that. It was an older implementation of this system. So okay. There we go. Okay, it doesn't set the text here properly. Yeah, no. Text here isn't set properly. And this doesn't do anything. Works here. Doesn't work here. Ah, okay, so it was something new that they added. And now this works. It's awesome. Okay, so why does this not work? First, why is the text not correct? Did it not save this? Thank you for the follow, Mika Annie. And sorry for butchering names. Yeah, for my stuff, I'm always waiting until a release version is released and patched at least once before I switch over to that. Because I don't want to kill my project in the process. Okay, so we can remove all those functions now. Because they're no longer in use. Yeah, okay, we don't need that. Because we are only doing this. Okay. Compile that. Oh, after we do this here, we need to update the data. Yeah, this is doing that. Okay. Okay, why is this not showing up? Text use. Yeah, no. Remove that binding. Because it's not correct. Could set another text for that. here. Quite sure why I'm doing this here when we define the object here first. Let's remove that. Yeah, I could do it this way, yeah. It's true. That would remove this here. Let's do something here that not. We can do the same here. Even though those are more straightforward. This is the description. And then we can remove those here. No, those two. Yeah, let's see if that helps. Okay, it works. This still doesn't work. Let's check. Let's do a print. Let's see if the text is set. Nope, we don't get anything. So the data there's not there. Let's see. My item data. Save this. And let's see here, we are setting those. Just that one. Get item data. Oh, wait, I have an idea. I have an idea where this could go wrong. Could have gone wrong. Save inventory. Just saving that. Load inventory. The thing is, the data is empty. That's what's causing the problems. I think the binding should be okay. Yeah, this is the binding. I think I know where one of the problems might be. Yeah, here. Even though we didn't change the status here. Yep, this is set in here. Yep. If we select a new one, then this will be set. Otherwise, it was not set before. But it's only set here, so this is... If this is null for the first time, then it would give us true here, so we set it here. So it should be set. Yeah, but it should be unhovered. Let's see, we need to go to the inventory item and list. Yeah, if we click on it, then we are basically hovering it. It's the naming is wrong there, but should rename this one to select, not hovered. Because I had a few issues with the hovered here. That's why I go to the hovered when I'm clicking on it. Yeah, like I said, the data is empty. And that's what I was trying to find, where I'm not setting the data correctly. Oops, delete that one. Let's see. Problem is I can't search for specific variable. Wait, can I not? Let's try. Items, item data. No, I can't. I want to search for that and see every location where this is used. Because I'm quite sure that somewhere it's not set correctly. I thought it was in here, but we are just saving those. Yep. I know, it's somewhere else. But it wouldn't be in here. Wait, pick up items. No, you're not picking them up, so it wouldn't be in here. Let's have a look into this again. Save inventory. Inventory items. Load item list. Yeah, here I connected them, so it shouldn't be a problem there. But I think that's somewhere where those connections are not there yet. Where I'm breaking the data and making data, and I do that at different locations, but could be that I missed one and the result is data that's not correct. What's this one? Okay, so it's not that. It's not in here. So it's not in here. This is done. Yeah, those are the ones that I added earlier. So, yeah, this is, like I said, this is select item. So, really don't know why this didn't work. Could be that this has problems with the data table. I mean, what we can do is, what was it? I think we need to do this outside here. Let's export that. Yeah, okay, they are in here. So that part worked. So it's saved. Okay, can't find reference to that, but let's find references to this and go through everything here. Ah, here we go. That's the problem. Yeah, item actor. No, that's the item actor, but here we are setting the data and the world mesh. But that shouldn't be a problem for the items that we do have in our inventory. So, not quite sure, but this is definitely something that could have caused the problem. Sorry about that. Okay. So it should be set correctly. Unless it kind of broke our our data. Okay, now it's called use. Okay, this is use. This is... The rest is not set. But for this pickup it worked. I know why. I know why we get those issues. Because the items... The system works. The problem is the items that we have in our inventory don't have that data yet. Because I just added that in. That's why it's not shown properly. We can change that. Let's do that. Save all. And I can show you in here. So let's open this and have a look at the first person character. Inventory. Okay, so this is not exposed here. Yeah, okay. But I'm quite sure that that's the cause of our problems here. And I know how to fix those. Yay! Every time. That's why I saved twice before that happens. Okay. This time we should Yep, and it works. Everything works. Awesome. So let's open up the thing and remove that. Component. Here, where did I put the? Oh no, it was in the inventory itself. Here, yeah. Okay, doesn't exist yet, and this also doesn't exist, as well as this. And here we don't need to do anything. Okay, let's save that data. Okay. Now the data should be saved properly. Add instance. Okay, so this... it's always the same in set roof pieces. The second instance is empty. Mesh interior type. So let's see. Build house. Set roof. Yeah, okay, for the top We don't have an interior. This is causing problems there. So let's change that. Okay, that should fix that issue that we had there. Okay, so now that the data is set correctly, let's check if that saved properly. And we can check that by loading the other level. And then jump in. Yep, now it's saved correctly. For the light crystal, I haven't set any text. But the problem is it's you're not hiding that button. Okay. Yay, it does. Yep. And that means we can remove one of the functions in there. And the inventory graph. This one we can remove. Delete. Compile. Yeah, now this is only viewing the data and not manipulating it in any way. All the data manipulation is happening in the component. And I wanted to use the component even more. off and do this. Problem here is I do have a different list. So I'm adding it to my it is equipped. Wait, so if the equip item here, let's see where we call that one. Problem is, this is another one. This is the same name, and it's never called. Yeah, this is. Good evening. Hello, long time no see. Okay. The thing is, I want to set that. Problem is, I would need to set the right slot here, and I don't have them yet. Okay. I didn't see you. Sorry. Oh, I must have missed it somehow. I'm also quite tired today, so it could be that I just forgot about it. Because last night I was I only got about 4 hours of sleep, and I'm feeling the effects. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on the inventory at the moment as well. I changed a few things here and there. Which means I think I will just throw this out because I don't need that part in here, and then figure out a way to handle that properly in the component. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I must have forgot about it. I'm tired. Sorry. Okay, so I changed the inventory slightly so that the view here doesn't hold, it doesn't change the data anymore, and the component is doing all that. Yeah, I still need to add something for the light crystal. And I need to add stuff for this. So the items, let's go here. The item itself has a use item, and then I can switch between those. This was in the inventory widget before. Now it's here in the proper place. Let's check something. Let's check if my stupid little gimmick still works. Oh, doesn't do anything anymore. Let's change that. Let's see. Handle misc. Yeah, we are not doing anything here. Wait, did I threw that away now? Because I killed it here already. I think I threw that away. Damn it. So let's recreate that. Let's check for the ID. So if this is, what was it? It's my coin ID. before. Yeah. And do a branch here. If that is true, then we take a random bool. And did I do? In the end, it should be doing this here. So let's copy that one. Handle misc. Because my book overlay is my kind of message thingy that I use for a lot of stuff. This should be coin flip. And the content text would be, let's do append. Oh yeah, select crown or head. Let's see if that works. I think it was something like that I was using. Okay, that didn't do anything. So here, designer. Use item. Let's get closer to. No, I am in town. Just need to change that. Use item copper coin. Okay, that's. This is connected. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Now it should work. So I think we can remove this. I mean, if we're not connecting the ID, then it doesn't work. Like I said, I'm tired. Means this should work now. Yay! Awesome. Okay. Okay, that's back in. And I think I might stop here for today because I'm really tired. 4 hours are a bit definitely not enough. Let's call it that way. So I think the next thing I want to do is start working on consumables. There are different ways to do that. I'm mostly let's see. So, for instance, this one is the UI, and the UI has an inventory reference, which is the component. And then I'm using the same interface for both of them, so that I can have is it yeah, okay, it's not used anymore, but I had the same interface and just made an interface call like this. No, you don't need to have the same interface on this. You can do the interface call somewhere else. That's an easy way to do this, and the interface is here, where you just create events or functions, and then you need to specify the target here and call that interface function. That's one way. Another way is as a direct reference. For instance, here, this is a direct reference. It's my component, and this is one of the events on the component, and this is direct reference to that event. And then there are event dispatchers, which are a bit confusing, at least for me. Let's see. Puzzle elements, and this is the pressure plate. And the pressure plate is on the overlap. It's doing the call to pressure plate pressed, and other blueprints can listen to that. For instance, my light, this one here, has a reference to the pressure plate, and then it binds that event to custom event in here and can then work with that. For instance, it's activating a particle system, setting the point light, stuff like that. Basically, turn the light on. And the other one is pressure plate released, and then turning the light off. And that's happening when we end overlapping the box component, the trigger box here, that I'm calling this. That's one of the easier ways that I understood event dispatchers. There's the other direction that you this one is calling out to many, but you can also listen to many. And the implementation is a bit different. But what threw me there is that you still need um, a reference here. This always needs a target when you bind that to a specific event. And that's kind of counterproductive for me sometimes. But at least I think it would be better if I would be able to send out a message, say, I'm pressed as the pressure plate or the button. And then anyone who wants to react on that can do, okay, the on pressed, or a bit more descriptive, on pressure plate pressed, can react on that. But here we need the reference to the specific pressure plate. So if I'm creating a huge system of puzzles like that, I would need to set specific references to specific pressure plates and stuff like that. So it could get a bit confusing. But have a look at the docs for blueprint communication. I think there are other methods as well that I haven't touched on yet. And hello, who111. I have seen you. Hello, how are you? Not that you think I ignored you. So the thing is, there was something similar to event dispatchers in Unity, but it worked in a, for me, more logical way, so that you can shout out or listen, and it didn't care about who shouted or who who shouted out for the listener, and for the listener didn't care who shouted. And yeah, sorry. It is confusing and weird, and I'm tired. And I think I need to go to bed. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think I will jump into adding more things here to this. Maybe working on consumables. Start to work on that next week. But next week will be different. Because the time I have for the game is a lot shorter. I'm not quite sure if I will be able to stream every day like this. at least 4 days a week. But I try to stream in the evenings, maybe hour, 2, maybe 3. But not much more. I won't be streaming on afternoons anymore. And because I have other stuff that I need to do during the day. So I will switch to evening streams and shorter streams. But I hope that I will be able to stream same days as I'm doing now. So as for this weekend, I'm not quite sure. I think I will tweet out. The thing is, I'm looking for a job and I'm looking for a new apartment, and I need to invest time in that, and I haven't done that yet over the last few months. So I need to focus on that, and that's what I will be doing. And there are other things that fell to the side too much while I was working on this project, and I need to work on other stuff as well. But sadly, I haven't found a job yet. Not quite sure what will happen if I find a job and work the whole day. So, not quite sure. But it will definitely be different. So, let's see how next week works out for me. Maybe I get bored after a few hours doing other stuff and jump back into the game. Not sure. But I think it will be mostly evening streams. So, see you then. Bye bye.